What's up, Taters? This is Tree from JustTree411. Welcome to my channel. And as promised yesterday, I am going to do the last reaction video to Myron Gaines, who happens to be a homosexual, just in case you all didn't know that. He was at the UCLA campus last weekend, and I did a reaction to him debating Raphael. I still don't know if that's his name or not. And if it isn't, please forgive me, okay? I'm doing back-to-back recordings. So since that video was really long, I decided to do this one separate. And you're going to love this one. I promise you're going to love this one. So let me give you an understanding on what this is about. So this is a guy who is a white nationalist or white supremacist. He's pro-white. And he decided to come and talk to Myron. Now, when I was given this clip by TJ, it started off in a direction that I was like, ugh. And then it made a couple of turns. Just hang on. This is not going to end the way you think it is. And yeah, it was pretty amazing how this debate turned out. By the way, one of the clip channels actually shared this, and I thought, like, what a clip to share. This does not make Myron look good at all. So anyway, let's go get down to it, and let's go ahead and react to Myron debating a white supremacist or a white nationalist. I forgot which one. He'll tell us soon.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, Myron. Yeah,
Hey.
so I'm a white nationalist, white supremacist.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
so he's both. He's a white nationalist and white supremacist. Okay, all right, he was both of them. Okay, that's fine.
I was here and I debated Destiny a few months ago.
Nice. Okay.
And yeah, so I don't agree with you when you say that none of us exist. Obviously, I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks.
Well, I didn't say you guys don't exist.
Okay, so
I said that it's not like a viable excuse anymore to claim systemic racism
but we
or.
are real, right? You agree white nationalism and white supremacy is real?
Yeah, it exists, but it's not to keep anyone from success. Is my argument.
Do you support white nationalism?
I support any groups of people to exercise nationalism. I've been very vocal about this. I think if people want to be black nationalists, people want to be Mexican nationalists, people want to be nationalists in general, and they love their group of people, that's
Okay, that's a lie. You do not support black nationalists. You don't even like black people. All right. And for those of you who want to sit up here and say that Myron is Arab, I got some bad news for you. But don't worry, I'm gonna save that for a little bit later.
fine. I've always thought it was weird how white nationalists can't be white nationalists without being called some pejorative term or, lose job opportunities. Meanwhile, other groups of people can be nationalists with no consequence. So I think, I think every group of people should be able to be proud of their skin and their heritage.
So that's going to be a civil war, right? If there's black nationalists, white nationalists, Latino nationalists, that's just going to be a civil war.
No, it's not gonna be no civil war. What are you talking about? These people are so dumb. Right. Oh, so if we got white nationalists and we got black nationalists and we got Hispanic nationalists, then there's going to be a civil war. First of all, a lot of you people that call yourself white nationalists, you're really just cucks. You're just weak. Okay. Especially the ones that follow Nick Fuentes, who's also gay, by the way. I mean, like, the only time there would be a so-called war is when you're in jail, and that doesn't even happen often. So you may have the white supremacists of the Aryan Brotherhood that will go against the pro-blacks or the Crips or something like that. I don't think that happens often, though. But the whole thing of just because you got people that decide to have their own nationalist group does not mean there's going to be a war. Gosh.
Correct?
Well, I think that there's ways to, mitigate that and exist in harmony. I mean, Lincoln Rockwell had a great admiration for Malcolm X.
Nationalism literally means we don't want to live in harmony. We want to have our own nation.
Well, you can do that via segregation. You can do it via... There's other ways to go about it, but...
So with the Civil Rights Act, we want to repeal the Civil Rights Act. You are against that, correct?
I just don't think that's that's a realistic option. And
But do you think repealing the 19th Amendment is going to be a realistic option? This racist saltine says, we want to repeal the Civil Rights Act. You know what I'm saying? And you sit up here and say, I don't think that's realistic. Like, you think going to take away women's rights to vote is going to be realistic? Boy, sit your ass down. These are just clowns, I swear.
2026.
So repealing the
I understand that you want.
Hold on, let me rewind that because I did interrupt it. I do want you guys to have the whole context.
Just don't think that's that's a realistic option in 2026.
So repealing the
I understand that you want to repeal it, but we have to be realistic as like, are you really going to be able to repeal that in 2026 and beyond?
I actually think we will, but
Okay.
No, you won't. Just like you won't repeal the 19th Amendment. Okay? Like, I don't even this is such craziness here. This is absolutely crazy.
That's a realistic option in 2026.
So repealing the
I understand that you want to repeal it, but we have to be realistic as like, are you really going to be able to repeal that in 2026 and beyond?
I actually think we will, but
Okay.
do you think that's more or less likely than repealing the 19th Amendment?
Well, the 19th Amendment, I think that's, if we want to talk about the 19th Amendment, that's actually created a lot of the issues that we have. But I think, we'd probably be able to repeal I think it'd be easier probably to repeal the 19th Amendment versus.
But once we repeal,
Amazing! You think it's going to be easier for you to repeal the 19th Amendment than the Civil Rights Amendment? You can't repeal either one, idiot. Oh my God. The leader of the white race, everybody. The leader of the white race. And I'm talking about Myron, because Myron has ordained himself the leader of the white race because he said white people can't lead themselves. So this clown literally says that, you can't repeal the Civil Rights Act because he knows that he'll be affected by it. But of course we know that's not going to happen. You're not going to repeal the Civil Rights Act, okay? I think it was 1968 or 63. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. All right. So you're not going to be able to repeal that. And you're not going to be able to repeal the 19th Amendment either. So these are unrealistic goals that you guys will never, ever, 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 ever achieve. All right. So this is so stupid.
The 19th Amendment, the entire reason that white nationalists want to do that is because then women won't vote and then we'll win on white nationalism, correct? Isn't that the entire goal?
I don't know about that, man. I mean, the reality is that, whites are, dropping off when it comes to the majority, and then
we want to stop that. We want to get rid of the.
Of course, I get that. But the other reality also.
How you going to get that? Wait. Your race is on a massive decline because your white women, for the most part, don't want to have babies, and you think that repealing, which will never happen. Ladies, don't get triggered by this. Let these clowns sit up here and say, we need to repeal the 19th Amendment. Say, it ain't gonna never happen. Stay mad. Just don't even engage with it. Like, say, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. The day that the 19th Amendment will get repealed is the day that you'll actually be hung like a horse, okay? Never gonna happen. Never, ever, ever gonna happen. Here's my thing is that, did they really think that if they take the voting rights away from white women, that's going to make them more inclined to have white children, white babies? Is that what you really think? Oh my God, these guys are stupid. No wonder a lot of white nationalists, white supremacists follow Myron. They're all low IQ. They're really dumb.
So is that many of the whites aren't going to vote for that. You're right. Like, this is a very small subset of people that believe that way, which, again, this is the beauty of the United States of America. We can have this discussion,
and so
the First Amendment.
JQ arguments, right? And so one of the JQ arguments, I watched your video with Louis Theroux, the behind the scenes. You mentioned a lot of JQ arguments, but the one that you didn't mention was the whole idea that immigration is Jewish. Do you believe that immigration is Jewish?
That was brought up, but he actually cut that out.
Okay.
We did a lot of discussion. He cut out, we did hours of discussion. He cut all that stuff out.
So you believe that the Jews are trying to replace white people in America. Is that correct or no?
I would argue there's some truth to that, yeah.
And so you don't think that we should stop that or we should continue it, or what's your opinion?
Well, I think immigration needs to be, at this point, extremely selective.
Okay. By the way, I'm just letting you all know I'm had to cut that out because YouTube is not going to let me keep that in. They might let me keep it in because I did get this from... No, I'm trying to keep this video monetized. I'm taking that out. I'm going to be on the safe side, and I'm going to take that part out.
If we're
already a minority. If we don't do mass deportations, what's the point at this point?
Well, again, you're going to argue from that perspective because of your perspective, and
am I right
understand.
or am I wrong?
Yeah, well, you can make that argument, but I do think that there is some merit from bringing in people from other places
and then also with the
that
legal
have some skill set.
Like, so do you support legal immigration? Do you not support it? What's your opinion on that?
So I think immigration works, but it's got to be, we have to fix it. We need an immigration moratorium for several years. We need to fix our visa system. We need to fix our border. We need to fix the sanctuary city problem. We need to fix our asylum issues. We have so many problems when it comes to immigration. It's literally a quagmire. It's a disaster.
So which people would you actually allow into America?
I would go off of more of a O visa type thing, where we would want people that are exceptional, that are really good at what they do, where we can't necessarily replace that skill set here. We don't have that skill set.
This surprised me. This shocked me because I have heard Myron in these Twitter spaces. It was 2 years ago. Now, maybe he's changed. Apparently, he must have changed his position because 2 years ago, I remember listening into his space where Myron was discussing that they need to get rid and just of all the immigration and only allow immigration from predominantly white countries and only allow whites from those countries. Finland, did he say Greece? No, I know he said Finland, Switzerland, Russia, Ukraine. He mentioned Switzerland, and I do believe Iceland, and I do believe something else. He didn't mention Italy. I don't think he even mentioned Greece. I don't think he even mentioned France. But and I don't think he mentioned Germany, which was shocking to me. But yeah, so he was saying that in order to save the white race, we need to abolish all of these immigration laws and just stop allowing any people of color from coming into America and only allow whites. Oh yeah, South Africa. There we go. There's the other one. And only allow whites from those countries, including South Africa, only into the country. So now he's changed his position. I wonder what the white nationalists and the white supremacists are going to think, because the position I told you earlier, that is the position that he had, and now he doesn't have it anymore. And that is the position that the white nationalists and the white supremacists currently have today. So that's what they want. Now, Myron is changing his mind and saying we shouldn't focus solely on race. We should focus on whether they're qualified, whether they will add something to America. And that goes for any race, really. This is fascinating.
I would go off of more of a O visa type thing, where we would want people that are exceptional, that are really good at what they do, where we can't necessarily replace that skill set here. We don't have that skill set.
So a bunch of high IQ, like Chinese, is that what you, like, which nation?
Yeah, we would want to bring in the best and the brightest, and obviously be able to compete with some of our adversaries.
White people in America with Chinese people, is that correct?
Well, it's not necessarily about replacing.
Dilute.
So here's the problem. Let me be blunt about this, because I've had this criticism of white people.
Here it comes.
You guys have to get your women in check.
I know.
You guys don't have your women in check.
I agree.
Let's talk.
Myron, you don't even have women in check. It always goes. Ladies, do you understand how powerful we are? They're so obsessed with us. And you all are sitting here doing this pick-me stuff with these guys, letting them nut up inside of you, making your little coochie smelling like a damn seafood restaurant. Like you all are letting them talk bad against you, demean you, humiliate you, drag you. I understand we're going to have some pick-me's and some doormats that are going to allow that to happen. We understand that's their destiny. But a lot of you all are better than that. You understand that we are the prize, that they're so obsessed about us. There are so many podcasts and YouTube channels dedicated to us. We don't have podcasts dedicated to talking about men, finding out what they want, finding out what it is about them. We don't have that. They have it about us. How to date us, how to have sex with us, how to deal with us, how to humiliate us, how to basically go to overseas and get some of the women over there who's not up on game. It's always women. We're not obsessed over men like they are obsessed over women. There isn't any podcast by women, only by women, that is solely focused on men. That would be so boring. Do you know that would be so boring? But here's the deal. Like, Myron doesn't like women. And he really hates black women, okay? Because we get in that ass, okay? We get in that ass, okay? All right, it was a black woman that made him change that dusty ass blue suit, okay? Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right? He used to wear that blue dusty suit, and I've been calling him out, and now he changed it to a dusty burgundy suit. Still have that old raggedy blue, light blue shirt, but baby steps. So he's going to talk about their women. Now, white women, my sisters from another mister, let me tell you all something, okay? I'm here for you. My biggest problem is that you all are soft targets. I told you that Brian from the Whatever podcast said that the reason why he likes to bring white women, mostly like 99% of the time, on his show is because white women are complacent. They are not combative. They tend to go with the flow. You can take advantage of them more easily, and they won't buck up against if you put pressure on them. And they tend to go along to get along. Okay, that's the reason why he says that. Latina, black women. Oh, he says that about Asian women too. He says white women and Asian women, they're not confrontational. He says white women are not confrontational. I need you all to be more confrontational and stop being such easy targets. And therefore you won't have to deal with a lot of the things that you deal with today. So I love the fact that men are looking at Latinas, Hispanics, and black women and saying, no, they're going to give us too much trouble. We want these women to stay here at 8 hours. At 2 hours, they're going to want to go. And if we say, no, come on, stay a little bit, they're just going to go ahead and leave. Okay. They tend to be more of aggressive. Not all, but a good percentage of us are. So Myron is sitting here telling this white supremacist, this white nationalist, that he needs to get his white woman in check. Does he look like he can keep white women in check? The white man is no longer in a position to keep the white woman in check, just like the black man is not in a position to keep black women in check. Men are not in a position to keep us in check. Now that we got to the point where we can be independent and no longer be subservient to men, dude, we're doing our own thing and we're happy for it. But we tend to find men that are here as our companion, as men who are helping us, not here to enslave and hurt us.
Talk about white people. You guys don't have your women in check at all. White women in general don't want to date white men. Mm-hmm. A lot of them, are totally cool with being whores. A lot of them put off and push feminist propaganda. They're fooled by the Jews. They tend to be very impressionable. You guys need to get your women in check, and that is why you guys have the birthing crisis that you guys have.
I just want white women to know I cannot defend this because I'm not white. So I don't think you all are fooled by the Jews. That's just stupid. He's going to start spouting off a lot of stuff. I cannot, unless I know something he's saying is a actual lie, I can't go and, I guess, refute what is being said.
Is because white women don't necessarily subscribe to having children young, having big families. They'd rather pursue,
Yeah. So actually, the reason that I'm here is because when I was on Twitter, all the Wignat chicks told me to come here and to ask you to stop shitting on women. That was actually the original argument I was supposed to have.
No,
with you.
We need to continue shitting on them because they're the reason why you guys are getting replaced, quite frankly.
Okay,
so you should be having this discussion with your white women, actually, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, look, so you're here on white women, is that correct?
Yes, a lot of them subscribe to progressive ideologies that are the reason why you guys are quickly declining in citizenship.
You're not white. We don't need you talking to white women, trying to interact with them at all.
And that's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. I don't need to be white to give a. See, here's the thing. You're behaving like a black person now. You're temping out.
So, A white man just told Myron that he's not white and that he's not in a position to tell white women what to do. And Myron, instead of realizing that he's not white and he's not in a position of telling white women what to do because he's not white, he's basically going to deflect and project by saying, "You're chipping out! You're chipping out!" Oh! A white man told you something that hurt his feelings, and now Myron is going to tell the white man that he's chimping out. Okay, this is gold because his zaddy told him, "You're not white. You're not in a position to tell white women what to do. So we didn't ask you." Okay, let's rewind that again. I'm not going to interrupt it. This is pretty good. Myron did not like that at all. He don't like when white zaddy tell him that he ain't white. I swear, Myron swears he is white.
Is that correct?
Yes, a lot of them subscribe to progressive ideologies that are the reason why you guys are quickly declining
Myron,
in
listen,
citizenship.
You're not white.
Sorry.
We don't need you talking to white women, trying to interact with them at all.
And that's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. I don't need to be white to give a. See, here's the thing. You're behaving like a black person now. You're chimping out. You're literally behaving like a white person. You are behaving like a black person. So here's the difference.
So a white man tells you that you can't talk to his white women. He's acting like a black person. He's chipping out. How does that make sense? A white man told you that you cannot tell his white women what to do, and then you say, "But that's the problem." That's the problem. Oh, he don't have no hair. He's got his glued on wig. That's the problem. You won't let me tell your white women what to do. You need to let me be the king of whites, and I have everything. Okay. All right. He's literally chipping out. He want to use that word, chipping out. Yeah. Myron's chipping out because his zaddy said that he is not white. He cannot tell white women what to do. And Myron like, "No, sir, master. I sure can. I's just as good as you is white. I may not have my white skin like you, but I's white on the inside. I's white on the inside." Then you gonna say you acting black. How is a white man telling you that you're not white? How is a white man telling you that you can't tell his white women what to do acting black? Are you okay, Myron? Who's a homosexual?
You're grifting.
Hey, Baldy, age of 47, relax.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Age of 47, relax.
No.
Here's the thing. I don't have to be white to be able to identify white problems as to why you guys have the problems that you guys have. Clearly, you don't have the platform or the ability to tell these women to get back in the kitchen. So guess what? Now I got to do it for you because you don't have the platform to do it.
Yeah, but white women don't listen to you. Also, you are not in a position to tell grown women what to do. Imagine telling a white person that, "Hey, you don't have my ghetto platform," and Fresh and Fit is ghetto. It's very ghetto. "You don't have my ghetto platform, so I, as your designated white person," not me, I'm pretending to be Myron, okay? Is going to tell your white women what to do. Like, are you serious right now? So I agree with him. You are out of pocket. You are not in a position to tell any white person what to do. And this is the thing. These people, there's so many white supremacists who choose Myron to be their leader. Now, I'm going to make a separate video about this, but I want you all to know that this is a clip that I have of Sneeko, Myron, and Myron's brother, where they share the DNA test, that Myron's brother shared a DNA test of his results. And guess what it says that Myron and his brother are?
Be careful.
Yeah, bruh.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Look, see, I'm pure though. Look. Let's see if that focuses in.
95 sub-Saharan.
So I enhanced the screenshot. This is what Myron's brother was showing, that Myron and his brother are 95.2% sub-Saharan African. Because if you know where Sudan is It's in the northeast section of Africa. So they are 95.2% Sudanese. So not only are they Sudanese, 95.2%, but the Sudanese part of them is not Arab. It's 95.2 sub-Saharan. Now, why am I bringing this all up? I'm bringing this all up, and I'm going to go into great detail in a future video breaking down why this is the worst thing that can happen to Myron, is that white nationalists think that sub-Saharan Africans are the dumbest of the dumb. They think that they are absolutely low IQ, all right? I mean, like real low IQ. And I thought, wow, so the white nationalists that really like take this whole race and IQ thing seriously, I don't believe in it. Like, cause I keep saying, like, if white people had higher IQ, how come they don't know what gender they are? How come are they the majority of the population in the United States, but they're like 63% of the population, but they're going to blame 1.7% of the population for controlling everything. That doesn't sound high IQ to me. Anyway, so you have a sub-Saharan Sudanese African that is your designated leader. This is the one that you seek advice on how to date your own white women from. Oh my God. No wonder your race is on a decline. You should. Oh my God, dude. This is the best thing that could ever happen to Myron, or as far as I'm concerned. We have official DNA results of what he is. He is a sub-Saharan Sudanese African. Woo! And these are the worst of the worst Africans, according to white nationalists. I'm not saying it. The white nationalists are saying it, and I'm going to prove the receipts. I'm going to show you the receipts in the next video. Not the next video, but in the upcoming video. I'm going to break it down. You're going to love it.
So the reality is that, look, man, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You can be a white nationalist. Cool. I actually fight and defend for your ability to do so. But if we're going to have this discussion about white replacement, etc., well, who controls and who are the gatekeepers to sex? It is the woman. So stop complaining. Stop crying, because you sound like a black right now. Let's be honest. You have a victim mindset. Stop being a pussy. Get out there. Tell your women. Stop subscribing to feminism. Start creating families. Start going in the church. Start.
Women are not going to listen to you or the bald head here. White women, I'm going to speak on your behalf real quick, because I know you agree with me. They're not going to listen to you. Why would they listen to you, Myron? Why would they listen to this bald guy here? Oh, yeah, I'm going to give up on my rights. I'm going to basically be a house slave to a man who can just beat my ass and take all my money, or not give me any money because I'm not working anything at all. And remember, white nationalists think that marriage is consent. They don't believe that you can R-word your wife. So if your wife is not in the mood, a man takes it. He doesn't believe he has a crime, and they believe, according to their Abrahamic religion, that marriage itself is consent, and that a woman just have to basically give it up whether she wants to or not. She cannot go to the police at all. This is what they want to do to their own white women, and I don't blame them for not wanting to reproduce, okay, or go to other races.
Again, some white babies.
Can I respond?
Sure.
Okay, so look, to some degree I actually do agree with you. But here's the thing. The problem here is that, yeah, we white people, we got to figure out what the roles are going to be for white men, white women. The problem is, I've talked to a lot of white folks, we don't want your Muslim, get the women back in the kitchen, put a garbage bag on their head. We don't want that. So when you're promoting that stuff, that's never going to work for us. Do you understand that?
Promoting Islam?
Yeah, you're Islamic. We don't want your Islamic value.
Actually, if you watch my podcast, I don't really talk about religion ever.
Your literally view of women is basically Islamic, correct? That you hate them?
No. Actually, I would argue that. Are you Christian?
No, I'm an atheist.
Myron doesn't even practice his own Islamic religion. He says on numerous occasions that he's a bad Muslim. He doesn't drink, but he has a dog. All right. He eats pork. So he himself says that he's a bad Muslim. So I find it pretty hypocritical that you're gonna have you yourself don't follow your own faith by your own actions and your own words. You don't pray 5 times a day, and you don't stay on a strict halal diet. Okay, a lot of stuff you do is considered haram. And that's the reason why you're not out of the closet, because you have Islamic family that will, they will tell you to meet them on top of a roof somewhere. But what I'm saying is that I find it hypocritical that someone who doesn't even practice their own religion and say themselves that they're a bad Muslim is going to laugh at an atheist. And ladies, you all really need to take a second look at religion. He's going to mention it, and I'll go ahead and make my point right after this. But this is what these men want you to follow so they can oppress and subjugate you. You should look into getting out of a monotheistic Abrahamic religion, okay?
That explains everything. Yeah, this guy just hates everybody, including God.
While I'm here, Myron, also just for the record,
God is black. I don't worship him. No, Myron, Jesus wasn't there.
Myron, one more thing.
But he never made that argument. So Myron is triggered because his white zaddy is saying we don't want this Islamic thing. But I would have to say all Abrahamic religions are anti-women, okay? They believe that women are second-class citizens. Don't get triggered, okay? Because I can look at your own books and actually show you scripture that will, if you're on the Quran, we already know how the surahs are, but I can even point to your own scriptures that will actually defend what I just said, that will prove what I said. So please don't get emotional because I'm stating a fact.
Tell you.
So yeah, like
1 second. Let me just say one more thing.
My thing is because you're coming in from a position where you don't know. I don't promote Islam. I'm actually very I respect religion. I understand religion, but I kind of find it funny because Islam, Christianity, the Abrahamic religions in general kind of solve this problem. So maybe you might want to.
There you go. I don't like Myron, who's a homosexual. I don't like him, right? But he's telling the truth. All of these Abrahamic religions subjugate women. I hate to tell you this, Christians, but women, you're supposed to be quiet in the church, and you're not supposed to be on the pulpit, and you're not supposed to wear pants, okay? And a man is supposed to teach you about the Bible. You're not supposed to learn on your own, all right? But I know y'all are selective of all this. Judaism does the same thing with women. This is what had happened was women were revered, we were worshipped, we were loved, we were adored. Men and women were paying homage to us. And then all of a sudden it was like, I don't like how freeing these women are. Let's create a monotheistic religion that basically keep them down there. These women are the ones that's bringing forth life. Let's lie and say that all women came from a man's rib. Human women give birth. We're the ones that create humans. But we're supposed to believe that we as women came from a man. Child, please. I'm telling you, you want real freedom? Leave religion. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying give it some thought, because this is what they want you to do. They want to use religion, and women are naturally spiritual. We love spirituality, but they want to use religion. There's a difference, to put you in your place, to get you off of the work environment, to make you not have your own money and not make you independent of a man and put you in the house. Therefore, you are now a second-class citizen to be subservient to a man.
Find God.
Yeah, I hate them all. No.
Okay, that's the problem. You might want to find God, and that would help you.
But no, listen. Your view of women is basically Islamic. You hate them. You want them to wear a garbage
No,
bag.
it's based on all the Abrahamic religions. Devout Christians, devout Jews, and devout Muslims would agree with me that women need to be subservient to men.
Go ahead.
That's how it's always worked.
Excuse me, who are you?
Okay. The video ends here because then you have this woman here. She just interrupts the entire situation, and they two go. And I don't want to even focus on this one, but this was getting so good. I don't know why he let this woman just interrupt him. So here you are as a white nationalist, a white supremacist, asking Myron, who's a homosexual, to not degrade your women. And here you have this woman, your white woman has interrupted you while you were on a roll. You didn't even stand your ground and say, no, excuse me, white man talking here. You didn't even check this white woman. By the way, I love this for you white women. Mwah, I love this. I love how you take control. All right. She basically moved him out the way and he excused himself. This is what I'm talking about. He doesn't even believe the trash that's coming out of his mouth, because if he believes as a white man that he is in charge, he would have told her, no, wait until I'm finished and then you can talk. But don't interrupt me, okay? Now get over there, or go in the kitchen, what they always like to say, all right? So there's that. This video is not as long as the first one, but it was just as good. So let me know what you think about all of this. I thought this was crazy. The fact that once again, Myron is insisting that he should be the designated spokesperson as a sub-Saharan Sudanese African to speak on behalf of the white race. You can't make this up. Anyway, let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to give me a like, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters! For exclusive content not shown here on my channel, please go join my Patreon at patreon.com/JustTree411.